For that reason alone, for that track alone, David Bowie should have a statue.
Yes.
He should be on the plinth in Trafalgar Square, that's the one.
Him next to Bob Dylan.
In the Ziggy... Oh, a Chinese Mexican bandit, he can't even make his mind up.
You've improved. I'm pretty sure the term Chinaman is not PC these days.
What?
I'm
Why
pretty
not?
sure you don't say Chinaman. I mean, I know you don't call Andy a grumpy little dwarf.
I meant in the panto sense. That's okay, isn't it?
Oh, that's all right,
That's
then.
no way.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais is with us, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky is on stage currently in the country, up and down the country. I saw his show a couple of weeks ago called Politics. It does only an hour. But it's a fun hour.
70 minutes.
Yeah. Was it 70 minutes?
Yeah, with if people laugh, it gets longer.
But 5-10 minutes at the end was the laziest work I've ever seen. He told 3 stories about a mate of his.
Well, I'm an anecdotalist. I don't do one-liners.
Well, anecdotalist is one word for it. I think lazy is another.
I'm like Peter Ustinov.
You do look a bit like Peter Ustinov.
Youth.
actually. You do. You look a bit like him. A young Ustinov, obviously.
Oh, that's good.
Ustinov in Spartacus.
I'll put my shirt back on.
Are you well?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You
Yeah.
look good. How's your back? Because you did your back in on
I
holiday,
know.
didn't you?
It's it just sound like two grumpy old blokes.
Well, no, what
I can't
happened
believe
to
it.
your back? 'Cause
I was playing tennis. You know what? I was having a lesson so I could come back and thrash him. And I was showing off because he was a professional, trying to do shots I never do, right? And I just did it back, and it was an Italian guy. I was on holiday, right? And after about 5 minutes, I go, and I'm screaming on the floor, and he's looking at me going, what is this maniac doing? And I'm on the floor going, Jane! And I had to get up to the room, and then the just one of the people at work there, I think she was like I don't know, a housemaid or something, or a manager. She was going out with drugs and injected me. I'm having to wee into a bottle because I can't get to the toilet. Jane stopped emptying them until they would cool down. She didn't like the heat of the bottle. But then I could start making it to the toilet the second day.
There is something about weeing in a bottle that doesn't do a lot for your kind of holiday feeling, does it? You never feel like you really... I don't like weeing in bottles anyway. I'll be honest with you.
No, it was necessity. It wasn't some sort of fetish.
I think it was a...
I don't go, right, get the bottle. We're playing wee in the bottle now.
When I was a kid, I had to take a sample to the hospital when I was going in for a minor operation I had. Don't worry, it was all... In the end, they managed to find them and bring them down. But I had to go to the hospital, and they said bring a sample, and I'd never done it before. I filled a pint milk bottle, and I put a bit of foil on it and carried it with me on the bus all the way there.
Really?
But what was nice...
Was it sperm or wee?
Oh, Gervais.
What? You have samples of everything, don't you?
Yeah, a pint. That would
I
be
thought
very
it was a
nearly an
week's
armful. All right, let's go back a step.
Yeah. I knew this would happen.
What?
When he comes in. When
What,
you
that
two
it would be
together.
funny? You were dreading that,
No,
weren't
it's when you two get together.
I like the fact that whatever you say in German, I know it's not German,
Yeah.
it sounds like you're overdubbing a porn movie.
Yeah.
It's that not...
It's a great language for the porn.
Do it then.
Das ist verboten. Das ist nicht verboten.
Yeah.
Papers, please.
Oh, dear.
Ricky's on stage at the moment in a show called Politics.
Yeah.
It's not about politics as such, although it is in many ways, because politics, as you say in the beginning, it's all around us.
Yeah, it's everywhere, yeah. But don't talk about that, it's sold out. Oh, no, I've got some new dates, actually, just announced.
When are they, then?
Forget. I'm doing the Hammersmith
13th,
Apollo.
14th and 15th of July at the Hammersmith
Oh,
Apollo.
that's it, yeah.
Blimey, that's a big venue, though, isn't it?
I know.
Because I saw Ricky do it at the Bloomsbury Theatre,
Yeah,
which was very small,
when I was slumming it.
and presumably you'd chosen that for its location as much as anything.
Well, yeah, and also I wanted to, start off small and sort of get bigger.
But it was just around...
That's the biggest I'll do, because I don't want to ever play arenas and things like that, because I don't think it works.
Not going to happen anyway, though, is it? I wouldn't think it's not like something you have to worry about, if I were you. Yeah, I don't want to play arenas either while we're on the subject.
I won't be
Nor
doing
does Andy.
Glastonbury this year.
Yeah, that, the whole UN summit thing, too much pressure for me. I don't want to
Hollywood
be talking
Bowl,
there.
out of the question.
One America. But I thought you'd chosen Bloomsbury because you lived just round the corner.
That's originally, yeah. I didn't like really going up and down the country, but I really put the effort in this year, and I did 6 towns.
But it was. I bet you were grumpy on the road, weren't you?
Only the first day, because we were going to Lincoln, and it was only because I'd seen it on that Theatre of Dreams, and I thought that'd be a nice place. So I went up with Rob in the support act, and we went up the day before. We can have stay in a nice hotel. Right? It was Valentine's night as well, which is weird.
Never nice to be away from your partner. Presumably Jane wasn't with you, was she?
No, and I said I wanted one of those splitter vans. I thought it was going to be like J-Lo. Do you know what I mean? A big sort of like a sitting room on wheels. And it turned out it was like a transit van. And I was furious. And we stayed in a place called Dunstable.
So it wasn't fun.
It was all right. It was, I got a bit of material out of it.
When I went to see Ricky...
That's not fair. Obviously, I won't tell the public what you drew, but suffice to say, he's drawing just obscene things and putting them into my notes. It's not true.
I've written here Big Brother to ask you about Big Brother. I have no idea what you're talking about. We'll get to that in a second. But after Ricky's gig at the Bloomsbury Theatre, I was going to pop backstage and see him. And so that's nice to see him. And he gave me a backstage laminate, and I felt quite proud of that. And I sat and watched the gig. And then afterwards, we went to the toilet. And when you go to the toilet, I think there's always a queue, especially for the ladies. So James was in the queue.
Were you queuing for the ladies?
James was queuing for the ladies. And then I got a phone call from Ricky saying, I said, "Oh, it's okay, we are just coming backstage." He said, "No, I'm home."
Yeah.
I'm in my pyjamas. He'd run out of the theatre. He'd run home, got his pyjamas on while we were still trying to go to the toilet at his sold-out gig, has to be said. So that's just lazy. Not even putting in the work afterwards.
Creature comforts.
Are you watching this new Big Brother? Because you were a Big Brother fan when you're huge.
Oh, it's a great... What a bunch of freaks they've got. It's really good, because they had to change it, because I think 4 went downhill with Cameron. "Oh, it's not natural." And,
They are, but it really is just a freak show now.
They've gone for conflict. It's really good.
What do you think of the gay fella? He goes, "Oh my God! Oh my God!"
Who's that?
He's a gay fella in the show.
Yeah, there's 2.
Oh my God!
There's loads.
There's a bald one.
The little proper one.
Oh my God!
The one who's proper.
Really full on gay.
Yeah, yeah.
Proper.
Yeah, proper gay.
The other
and then
one's
there's a tall one that's like,
He's an undercover gay.
Yeah, you would...
He's like, if Kojak was playing a gay man to go undercover in a show.
You wouldn't know unless he was on top of you. They're good. There's the
transsexual?
Yeah.
Now, what's going on there? Who could be fooled by that?
I don't know.
You couldn't be fooled by that.
Which one's that one?
He's been fooled by it.
Which one's Kitten? No, but Kitten.
Kitten's the sort
She's
of
gone,
adolescent who wants to change the world to annoy the parents.
Did you like her? Would you like to spend some time with her?
A Kitten. Oh, I think she'd do my head in first, but I sort of feel sorry for her because I think she's a bit bewildered in there as well. I don't know what she's rallying against everything, and I don't think you need to.
Trying to make a bit of an impression.
Yeah, I suppose so. I think she's gone in there to make an impression. But
I'm finding it quite entertaining, despite myself. I didn't want to start watching it.
But I think they've done the right thing. They've gone for conflict. Lots of alpha males and exhibitionists and things.
And what about, because you like reality TV generally, don't you?
I'm loving Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
that is fantastic. Yeah,
I could see you in Gordon's kitchen.
Yeah, I wouldn't last 5 minutes. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like Tommy Vance.
But you look a bit like a chef.
It's too early, love. I'm off.
I love the fact that Roger Cook was basically, I think he left the show because he's such a heavyweight fella.
He fell off a chair.
No, he didn't fall off. Apparently the chair collapsed under him.
Yeah, and he hurt his knee.
Collapsed. And the last person you want coming for you is Roger Cook, of course, with some sort of a legal case.
Just ask him to sit down. He's finished. Then you can get away. But you can be a dodgy businessman. Just say, come in, sit down, Roger. Right, and then when he's fumbling around, you just leave and go and swindle someone.
Try to give you an interview.
It's easy, isn't it? Yeah.
Have you ever come up with any reality show ideas yourself, though? Because I know you used to spend the time thinking about programme ideas, didn't you? You sold a couple of years ago.
Carl, my producer, came up with one. He wanted to, this is what his idea was, right? He said he wanted to do an experiment. He said, just get a newborn baby, right? Put it in a room and set the room on fire and see if the baby knows to get out. His girlfriend said, "Carl, you can't do that with a baby." He went, "A puppy then." What a great game show that is! What's it called? Find the door. Yeah. What sort of experiment is that?
But in 5 years' time, there'll probably be something like that on TV.
Yeah. Let's do it now. Yeah. Let's do it now.
And you know what? Abby Titmus and co, they'll be queuing up to take part.
Come on, questions.
What are you doing? Never mind that.
What?
We're just relaxing.
Ask me anything. Ask me some general knowledge.
What are you listening to at the moment? Because you like your modern music, don't you?
It's like my modern music.
You do. You're like very hip. You're very down with the
You've already been on a rant that it sounded like senility. So
all right, listen. It sounded like Zoe Ball was saying D-Day. Right. And it's D-Day, the anniversary of D-Day tomorrow.
Right.
And I'm very passionate about us respecting...
Absolutely.
And so are you, the contribution those brave men made to our current freedom, the lives we lead today.
Yeah, yes, exactly. People gave their lives and everything so you could dress like a fop and go around and not do an honest day's work in your life. And I think you've used that freedom Well,
Okay, but then I thought she said D-Days in relation to raves, so understandably I thought that they'd made a mistake and I wanted to point that out. And then you come in here and say that I was wrong. Well, I was right, because if she had said that, I would have been right to mention it, and all right, I've apologised. Okay.
good.
Ricky is not in the best shape I've seen him in at the moment. I'll be honest
What do you
with
mean?
You've lost weight, but you've got big breasts. You just pushed them together there, you've got like a lady's bosom.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to put you off, wasn't I? Look at that
You
cleavage.
could pass as a transsexual in the Big Brother house. Have you ever dragged up?
transvestite.
Have you ever dragged up?
Yes, Red Nose Day once. I dressed up, I thought like Marilyn Monroe, but people thought I was Ruth Ellis. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Let's have some music. We'll
Yep.
chat to Ricky a bit more after this, but I wanted to find out what you put so we could put something on for you.
You told me once, this is BBC 2, I think you can say this.
Radio 2.
Radio 2, yeah. You, I always get those confused, yeah. They can't see us, can they?
And you call me senile.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least I haven't shaved my arse.
I've shaved my bottom once or twice, yeah. I found there were too many hairs down there.
Yeah, but then you just start shaving normally and then just keep going.
Okay, here's what
You
happened.
were bored in a hotal room or
No,
something.
do you want
weren't
the truth?
Yeah.
I'd grown too much hair down there. Every time I went for a poo, it was too long.
Oh, play a record.
There was too much hair down there. It was
Play
like
a
trying to
record.
go through a bush. It was like doing... that's They Might Be Giants from the new album Spine. They played that when they were on the show a while ago, I
think we
believe.
did, yeah,
And
au
they're
contraire.
coming on again soon, I think,
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
they? Great band. I love They Might Be Giants. Ricky Gervais is with us. He's in the middle of what was a sold-out tour of a new stand-up show called Politics, but he's just added some dates at the Hammersmith Apollo, the 13th, 14th and 15th of July here in London. The tickets are on sale on the 11th of June.
Correct.
I believe. Okay. You like performing live, don't you, I imagine?
I like it more and more now, yeah.
Because you never really had done that much.
No,
had
well,
you?
I was a little bit worried about it when I did Animals because loads of reasons really. One, I hadn't sort of grown up through the clubs and pubs, and I felt like it was always like a TV performance. I never sort of felt I was getting my hands dirty with it, like really greats like sort of Sean Locke and that.
Really engaging with the audience.
Exactly, but I stand by this one now, and I can do that now, and it's much more of a. Every day I think, oh, that was more like a stand-up, and the last sort of like couple of weeks, I think I've just about cracked it.
Because what's interesting, because even though the material itself isn't very strong, Ricky's performance really makes it work.
Yeah.
It's really very good, very good show, because you're really good on stage.
Thank you so much.
It was very funny. I tell you what I love about the show as well. There's also value for money, because it's got a very funny filmed beginning.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little segment which you then give to the audience. Everyone
expense
gets
spared.
everyone gets a free CD.
Yeah, free program.
A
with
DVD
little
thing.
DVD, yeah. That's the sort of guy I'm just trying to give something back, Jonathan.
Will everyone get that at the Hammersmith Apollo as well?
I'll give something else away there, I think.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's just all give, isn't it? It's just all heart.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Give them all a cat.
How's it going with the cat, by the way?
Brilliant.
I gave Ricky a cat when he came on the talk
Yeah.
show, as you know, which was meant, genuinely, I thought, part of me was thinking, yeah, this would be a nice TV moment. But I was also thinking, you'd lost your cat and I wanted to be a friend.
Yeah.
And now, Ollie, what a lovely animal.
It's beautiful. Absolutely brilliant. It's fantastic.
I came round to see Ricky the cat there. The cat still thinks I'm its owner, you can tell.
no.
He ran over to me, didn't he, immediately came in.
Yeah.
He wanted to come home with me, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he
And
pine after I'd gone?
It started sort of licking me in certain places, and I just don't know where he learnt that.
It's a beautiful looking animal.
It's gorgeous.
What breed is it again?
It's sort of part Siamese, a bit of
Bit of Persian, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Burmese, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beauty.
We only got 2 minutes and I'm going to play this record.
How unprofessional is this? Jonathan was just making faces to
I
try and put
didn't-
me off.
I
It's
don't-
pathetic. You're 48 years old. Start
47.
Start acting your age.
How old are you now? You're 44, aren't you?
No!
Well, I thought you were a year older than me.
You lie.
I thought you were.
I'm 42.
Oh, you're 42. You're younger than me. I see.
Yeah,
No one would
only a
think
couple
that.
of. Or was it a couple of months, isn't it?
We should.
No, I'm not. I'm 40. What year is it?
How awful's this?
Oh, no, I'm 40. No, oh, yeah, I'm going to be 43 in June. Yeah.
Well, if you want to see this razor sharp mind live on stage, it's at the Hammersmith Apollo.
Yeah.
That's kind of a flavour of the show. Actually,
Yeah.
it comes out. He
Good
starts
evening.
a joke.
Who am I?
Two men walked. Three men walked into. There was an Irishman.
No, where
hold
was
it.
he
It was a
from?
Welsh fella.
He was a Chinaman. No, he wasn't. He was a grumpy dwarf. That's what you
I'm
said.
playing this record.
Yeah, not like that. That's all we have time for, I'm afraid. Ricky, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Good to see you again. Ricky's on stage doing some show somewhere.
Yeah.
88 to 91 FM, this is Radio 2 from BBC.